Tract. Tract means drag. What does a tractor do? It drags. It plows the field. It drags a cart. So that's why it's a tractor. Retract. Replace tract. Retract. That means dragging it back. Draw or pull back. For example, a cat retracted its claws. Means it has pulled back its claws. Retract an invitation. What does this mean? That means the invitation has been pulled back. Retract invitation, retract comments, retract allegations. Why would someone retract an invitation? Or why would someone retract their comments? For example, the government of a country has invited Dalai Lama. Now China has created a big issue because Dalai Lama is related to Tibet. They don't want to annoy Chinese government. So they retract the invitation. Similarly, some politician made some comment on women and there is lot of hue and cry. So he retracts his comments. Similarly, retracts allegations. Protract, protract, pro plus tract means pulling it forward, dragging it forward. Pro is forward, tract is drag, dragging it forward. That means to drag it more into future, more into time, further, prolong it. The trial must not be protracted. That means the legal battle is already long enough. We should not further elongate it. Protract is elongation or prolonging. Intractable. Intractable means it is not easily governed, not easily managed. This fellow, intractable person, he cannot be dragged on either side. He cannot be managed easily. So you can't drag him this side or that side. Intractable problem. That means the problem cannot be managed easily. Intractable child. This means the child doesn't listen to anyone. Duck, duct. This is again a Latin word which means to lead. You know this bike, right? KTM bike. Duke. KTM Duke. So Duke, and Duct. How are these related? Duck, C has converted to K, and Duke. Duke means leader. You see a lot of English leaders, English emperors, or European emperors calling themselves Duke. Duke Wellington, Duke 26, Duke 47, whatever, whatever. That means they are calling themselves leaders. Duke is leader. Conducive. Conducive means it is leading to your desired result. You want a desired state and conducive environment, conducive atmosphere will lead you to that state. For example, conducive atmosphere for studying. Deduce or deduct. This is again leading by logical process, logical reasoning. There is a logical reason by which you arrive at that conclusion, which is, for example, police have deducted that who has committed the crime. That means they have got certain clues, and by logic, they have derived that someone would have committed. Induce, again, this is leading. It is to persuading someone or leading someone to do something. This can be used in other forms also. Anesthesia, let's say, for example, induced by drugs. Okay, you're using drugs to induce anesthesia. Inducement. This is again whatever you induce, that is inducement. There is little inducement for them to work harder. Why? Probably because they have to pay a lot of taxes to the government. So that's why they don't want to work harder. Seduce. Seduce is to persuade someone, to convince someone to have sex with you. What has it got to do with leading? Because historically, in all cultures, seduction is seen in the wrong way. So originally the meaning was say means away. You're leading someone away from the right path. You're leading someone away from the right path. So that is seduce. That is seduction. Persuade someone to abandon their duty. That is seduction. Seek. Seek. Seek well. Sequence, this means to follow. What is a sequel? There's a movie 1, there is a movie 2. Movie 2 is the sequel of movie 1. What is a sequence? Sequence is order. If the things are ordered, that means there is a sequence. What is consequence? Consequence, an action has a consequence. That means there is an action, and followed by that action there is a consequence, there is a result. That is consequence. Sequential again means it is ordered. It is one followed by another. Subsequent. Subsequent means it is next to the current one, the next one. So the one that is following. Non sequitur. What does this mean? This is an important word. Non sequitur means the statement, a statement which doesn't follow from the previous statement. What does this mean? Some example. Where do you see this? You generally see this in politicians. They say some statement which doesn't sync with their earlier statement. They are experts in making such statements. So those statements are called non sequiturs. When you say something which doesn't relate or which doesn't follow from your previous statement, this is non sequitur. Ambi. Ambi means it is on both sides. Again from Latin, ambidextrous, on both sides. For example, ambidextrous, dexter means is very skillful. A skillful person who is ambi, that means who is able to use both equally skillful, in equal skillful way. For example, Arjuna is an ambidextrous in the Indian mythology, Indian history. Arjuna, he is called Savyasachi. Savyasachi in Sanskrit means ambidextrous. And how did Arjuna become Savyasachi? How did he become ambidextrous? There's a very good story. Once, while Arjuna, when he was very young, he was having dinner. When he was having dinner, that time there was no electricity. People used to have dinner under lamps. Then a very huge wind blew, and the lamp just got turned off. But still, he continued eating. Then he got a question. He got a doubt that though there is no light, he was still able to eat. That means his hand, his right hand with which he was eating, his hand knew that his mouth was there. The hand or his eyes were not needed there. The hand doesn't need the help of his eyes. So then he thought, how did the hand realize that the mouth is here? Then he realized with lot of practice, the hand will remember that certain things are at certain places. So he realized that he doesn't need to see to do a certain activity. Then he started, he wanted to apply this for his archery skills also. What he did, he started practicing blindfold. So, and similarly, then he started practicing with the other hand also. He realized it's only about practice. When he does more practice, everything will be remembered by the hand. So he started practicing with both hands. He started practicing with blindfold. That's how he became a superior archer, right? And that's how he won Draupadi also, because the competition was not looking at the fish and still hitting it. So that's how he became a very good warrior. That is ambidextrous. Ambidextrous is someone who can use both the hands equally well. Ambivalent, ambivalence. Ambivalent, this is a recent word, means someone has two opposite feelings simultaneously. They want to take up the job, but they don't want to stay away from the family, or they don't want to cross the country. So that's an ambivalent feeling. They are happy with the job also, they are not happy with the job also. Right. Having two opposing feelings at the same time. This term is coined by psychologists. This is a recent word which has come up in the 20th century only. Ambiguous. Again, ambi means both sides. So ambiguous statement. It can be understood in both ways. Ambiguous smile. You don't know what exactly is the meaning behind the smile. Ambiguous agreement means the agreement is worded not very clearly. What does it mean? It is not very clear. Ambient. Ambient means on both sides. or on all sides, which is surrounding on all sides. Ambient music means a music that is present on all sides. It is generally soothing, relaxing kind of music. Ambient noise means the noise is there everywhere. Similarly, ambit. Ambit is again on both sides, or this is the limits of a place. To be more exact, to be more precise, the meaning is it is the limits of a place. So there is a place, and what are the limits on the sides of the place? That is ambit. Everywhere within an ambit of 4 feet means the surroundings which are within 4 feet distance of that place. Hope you understood all these words. We'll pick more words in the next video.